Hey Sass Squad, welcome to the video. I'm currently on the road to San Francisco right now, or I'm already there. I'm kind of just hanging out there, babysitting or dog sitting my girlfriend's sister's dog for a week. So this might slow down the videos here just for temporarily, or I might have already scheduled some more videos here. But anyways, I wanted to show my first 5-0 I did with my Hippowdon team that I was running with Hippowdon, Haxorus, and Magnezone. So without any... Oh, by the way, I am streaming on Twitch still. So if you want to catch some content from your boy Sass here, you can follow my Twitch link right here, or it's in the description below. And I normally go live from Monday through Thursday at 1 PM Pacific time. With that being said, let's jump into our matches. Okay, so we have some crazy matches here. We get some really nice leads this time around. For the most part, I've been doing like 3-2s, 4-1s with this team, but my opponent led Magnezone. They decided to switch in Gyarados, but it is Waterfall. So I decided instead of bringing Magnezone here, I'm going to bring in Haxorus because there's a good... If I brought in Magnezone here, there's a chance there could be something like Togekiss in the back line and I would not be able to win with Haxorus. So knowing that's Waterfall, I know Haxorus can safely come in and look. There you go, there's the Togekiss, and fortunately for us, we played that way, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And we bring in Magnezone right on Togekiss. We could have brought in Hippowdon, but we have a pretty nice matchup with Hippowdon versus Magnezone. I mean, Hippowdon can one-shot it, and yes, it takes a while. But the moves that Magnezone have to deal with Hippowdon, even though in any other scenario, him having 2 shields and me having none, this would be pretty bad. This is actually not terrible. And I don't know, I could have probably just gone for a body slam here and got the bait. I feel like at this point in the match they were probably going to do that regardless, but simultaneously I knew that they didn't want to throw a wild charge on me because they were kind of scared of the defense drop, and they made a great switch here. Man, that switch on Togekiss was hurtful, but at the same time it put us in a very unique scenario because we were able to live this wild charge even though they have 2 shields. We can actually outpace them, and we're going to be able to knock them out with our wild charge, which is pretty amazing. I imagine that its IVs were a little bit lower. I think my Magnezone's IVs are 15, 13, 13. I have to look at my Hippowdon. I cannot remember. I'll probably write in the comments what the IVs are and pin them. Okay, so Hippowdon we get against Togekiss, which this matchup, I think I've learned that I think it's a little better to store a double body slam instead of just launching a body slam, because the charms do add up, and they end up making a nice switch here to Gyarados. But since we were already facing Togekiss, I decided we'd bring in Magnezone, and also it is the Dragon Breath variant, so we don't really want to bring in Haxorus against this variant of the Gyarados. And we're in a pretty decent situation, even if they have like a ground type in the back, which they do have Garchomp. I have confidence that we might be able to pull this one off. So I have a lot of energy on Magnezone. I'm just gonna throw these mirror shots in the hopes of getting some type of debuff. I mean, this is probably the best play. I don't run Flash Cannon, and we do get 1 attack debuff, and I knew if I switched to Hippo here, they would switch to Togekiss, and I could bring Haxorus in the back line against their Garchomp. Yeah, it was really nice that it worked, because we never revealed that we had Haxorus, and it could have been bad here otherwise. But yeah, so we bring in Haxorus, and I was thinking they didn't have enough energy for another move right away, but even if they did, it was probably double Sand Tomb if they had it. And I guess I decided to shield, not wanting to risk an outrage to the face there. Okay, so we get another Magnezone lead. It's very interesting how people try to play out this matchup. This is my second day running this team, and I still have, I think, 1 or 2 more sets left, but I was kind of looking for a nice set to showcase. And I mean, there's a lot of ideal leads for this video, but I actually feel as if it's pretty good. I mean, going for 1 and 3 twos is still solid. Okay, so they end up switching here after all of that into their Dragonite, and I'm gonna throw a Body Slam, and then I think I decided, since they locked in, I was gonna bring in Magnezone and try to knock it out with a Wild Charge. And they bring back in their own Magnezone, and I'm just gonna go straight Wild Charge right as I can get to it, because it seems they're trying to farm some extra energy. They do shield, but the thing here is we have 2 shields, and even if we shield 2 mirror shots, we still come out on top here. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, they do end up having Togekiss. Yeah, and I was like, am I even gonna live this? And crazy enough, I do make it to the Wild Charge even after all that. It was pretty insane. And I won that battle. Okay, so our next opponent, I think one of these opponents, they lead Metagross, and it's kind of a gamble. Okay, so we get Garchomp lead, they don't want to stay in. Since they switched to Metagross, I want to switch to Haxorus right away. I think a lot of people, I think Haxorus is just such a great pick in this league. It's insanely good. Okay, so we actually got the boost here as well. So normally it doesn't really matter. We just have to shield once and farm down after our one night slash. Having that attack boost really does put a lot of pressure on our opponent, because they let Garchomp, they're gonna bring him back in, but I still have some nice matchups here. I'm gonna since these are boosted Dragon Claws, my opponent for sure does not want to take them. So I think I decided to shield here, thinking, oh, okay, so what I did was I shielded, and I actually switched to Hippowdon thinking it was going to be double Sand Tomb. And crazy enough, they have Magnezone in the back. So yeah, I decided here I was going to farm a little extra energy, because I knew there was nothing they could really do to threaten me immediately. So I got a little extra energy. I throw the Earth Power, which is going to one-shot this Magnezone even if I get the attack drop. I can throw a Body Slam, and I think they just end up quitting, and we never even showed that we had Magnezone. Pretty crazy. GG's. I think this is the final battle of this set. Okay, so again, we get another Magnezone lead. It's so crazy. The way, I think it's because of all the Togekiss Dragonite leads in the past couple days. There's a lot of Magnezone, and because of Metagross as well, Magnezone has some really nice matchups on Metagross. So my opponent ends up switching out into Dragonite, which leads me to think they don't really like the ice here. But I'm going to launch double Body Slam, because I think I got the attack debuff. I don't remember, I wasn't paying attention when that happened earlier. But I'm going to shield once, and I can actually farm down. And I think we're going to see the Magnezone come back in, and I'm just going to let it do its thing. I mean, we're in a pretty nice situation. I'm going to get a shield. It's pretty I mean, to be honest, there's a lot. It feels like if you power up to the Earth Power, majority of the time people shield. So maybe if you're feeling spicy, you can make that risky call. But okay, we made a good call. We brought in Haxorus, and they switch out into the Togekiss, and we have our Magnezone waiting for this. So I'm gonna actually just launch Mirror Shots, because yeah, I could have one-shot it, but I felt like this might have been a better route, and it doesn't really matter, I guess, to be honest, because we're just gonna farm Togekiss here after shielding, and I'm just gonna launch my move right away. And that should be enough to knock out their Magnezone. So yes, this is the first 5-0 I've accomplished with this team. But the thing is, with these Metagross leads, I don't know, did we even have a Metagross lead in this set? So the main one that's a little interesting because of Hippowdon, like you would think because Hippowdon's ground, it's good against Metagross, but it doesn't really have a way to deal with Metagross immediately. All it has is Earth Power, and Earth Power with Ice Fang as its fast move takes a long time to build up energy. So you're gonna die to the Meteor Mashes way before you can threaten the Metagross. And we have two ways to deal with Metagross. Like we have Magnezone and Haxorus, but it's always a coin flip, which safe swap, because in one scenario you're going to be dealing with the ground type, and the other scenario you're dealing with the Togekiss. And to be frank, I mean, I guess there's gradients of it too. There's the fighter as well. It's just a coin flip, I feel. Like, you just gotta use your best judgment in the time, like, to think, like, what is your opponent playing? Like, how are they playing in the initial lead? And I guess you're not really gonna know because it's Metagross, but you're like seconds of the match. You gotta just feel it out, guys. Those few seconds, you just gotta, like, be a god at predicting. But, I mean, for the most part, you could probably sacrifice one of these backline and maybe pull off the win. I'll try to upload another video showcasing more battles, but until next time, ladies and gentlemen, the Sass Squad is getting strong each and every day. You guys have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you tune in. Consider subscribing, liking, disliking this video, and I'll see if I have more videos. I'll probably let you know that I'm still missing in action, but I'm actually still on Twitch at the moment. I'm streaming from my phone, if anything, my sets. So, peace out, guys. Bye.